Hello, my name is Andy, and I like to suck cock.
Well, Dave, are you ready?
What we want to talk about?
Andy, are you ready?
Yes. We need
All
to figure
right.
out what we're talking about.
Well, since we are always on the forefront of breaking news, never late, never behind, let's talk about the PlayStation 5 reveal.
Okay. I mean, hey, that was only a couple days ago.
Yeah, I didn't exactly. I didn't
Bleeding
get to watch
edge.
the whole thing, so I
Oh,
only
we could.
saw a little bit of it because I was at work at the time.
I will start. I did not watch a single minute of it or a single nanosecond of it. I will just say that I plan on buying a PS5 anyway, just because I'm a PC, PS,
Well, I mean,
PlayStation, and Nintendo gamer. There's no reason to get an Xbox.
PlayStation has just kind of worked, and I've been moving away from Xbox. I mean, the only one I ever had was a 360. So,
Well, like I
really
had the original Xbox because I bought Bozeman's,
oh yeah,
and I did not play much of it. And then I got the 360. I enjoyed the hell out of it, but then the Xbox One had literally one game on it that I wanted to play. And I bought that game, but I never actually bought the system, so I still can't play it. And I don't plan on changing that because
you can borrow my Xbox One. I don't. It's sitting in storage, gathering dust.
Well, like, I'm also like at this point where I don't have nearly as much time to play games like I used to. So I'm like, I don't need to own every console that comes out.
well, and like the Series X, like the reveal video where they showed off a bunch of games, it still wasn't selling me on the worth of an Xbox.
Nope, it just made me realize I'm glad I built a PC that can play Xbox games.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing is that they're basically just doing everything on PC too. So technically speaking, there are no Xbox Series X exclusives. Anything that you want to play on it, you can play on a PC, which really, really makes me question why they are even bothering to like deal in the console market anymore as it is. Like, I feel like a smarter move for them would be to release especially because they're, everything is moving towards Windows 10 as their like universal operating system. So I feel like the smarter option for them would be to just release what is basically a pre-built entertainment center friendly PC with console specs, package it with a wireless mouse and keyboard so you can use the PC features from your couch, and package it with controller, and there you go. Charge same console prices for it. You already have the simplicity there that people like when they buy consoles. Simple, straightforward, plug it into your TV, you're fucking done.
Wait for the 6-hour update.
See, the problem is that makes sense.
It just feels like a fucking waste of development resources for them to build and release a dedicated console.
To be fair, though, having the dedicated console does give developers a base that they have to meet. I mean, they don't have to worry about PCs with wildly varying specs. They can just say, okay, we're making it for the Xbox. We'll also release for the PC, but we'll spec it to Xbox.
Right, but that's why I say just put together a pre-built machine with console specs. That is your baseline. So anybody who wants just the straightforward simplicity of a console, just fucking buy that. There you go. And then it can still have PC functionality.
I'm gonna get my Alienware PC.
See, but there's too many like casuals who just would not understand that, and they just want their Xbox console.
Xbox.
It's one of those things that will just sell on name alone.
Yeah, I still just don't fucking get it.
Well, it must be making them some money because otherwise they would have stopped. Well,
yeah.
Well,
it's debatable.
So maybe not.
Debatable. I mean, the same could be said of Sony and
technically
all of their other departments that are floundering, yet they keep pumping money into those. Meanwhile, their gaming division is one of like the 2 departments they have that actually turns a profit.
What's the other one? TVs?
Movies? Maybe 3 departments, because I think they still make money on their. Like, I was thinking their games department, their TVs, and their they're cameras, I think.
People
I don't know if they're cameras.
I don't think their cameras do. Our phones
I
have
could-
better cameras on them that they supply half the time.
Well, I mean, people who
I
are
could
really
be
into
wrong,
photography
but-
like those dedicated cameras.
I could be wrong, but that would just be my guess. Either way, they've got their fingers in a lot of soups, and most of those soups are cold.
Oh. I will say
Good analogies.
not.
Why would you put your finger in soup? That's just weird.
I will say I'm not. I know the gaming journalistic community is jerking off over solid state drives. Ooh. Come on.
Yeah, we need to move to the future of solid snake drives.
Well, like haven't they gone out and proven that all of the the PS5 magical SSD that's better than any SSD available for a PC isn't actually anything special? It's just fucking SSD.
It's SSD. I think the special part is that it's using what is the latest codec. I think it's whatever it is, N2 VME. But PCs have had that forever. And I'm fairly certain Samsung's coming out with a 970 Pro that will supposedly meet or exceed the PlayStation specs for PC already.
I mean, it's still the right move to an SSD, but
absolutely.
Yeah, they're definitely pandering to an idiot base here with look at how magical it is.
Meanwhile, my computer turns on and off in about 2 seconds every day. It is not magical. It's just fast.
I'm sure I've told you guys this story before, but Christ, when I think it was the PS3, Quimby and I went to Micro Center to go pick up some hard drives for it.
I thought this was for your PS4.
I want to say it was PS3 because I think we did it when we were still living in the apartment. But
Carry on.
We went to Micro Center to go pick up some hard drives so we could stop running out of fucking space on our systems. And the fucking dumbass, because I mean, Micro Center, the people that wander around the PC section and like help you get stuff are just fucking sharks. And they will try to upsell you on every little thing.
They're good for finding stuff.
And
that's about it. And unlocking the case for me.
That's about it. And we basically just wanted to say, hey, where are the hard drives? They moved shit around since the last time either of us had been in there. So we're looking around trying to find them. Brings us over and we're like, okay, this is probably a dumb question that you probably won't know, but do you know if there are any specific hard drives here that are, more compatible or better with the system than any of the other ones? Like, obviously we're not going to buy, the rinky-dink cheap ass fucking no-name brand hard drives that don't fucking work for anything, but we just wanted to know if there's some sort of evidence that some of these work better or not. And he's like, oh, well, I don't really know anything about that, but I highly recommend you guys get one of the solid states for it because then it'll make the graphics better. And we just stared at him for like a good 10 seconds. No.
Dave, I have a clip that I'd like to play that sums up how I feel every time I go to Micro Center, and I'm approached by these fine gentlemen or gentle women.
Yeah.
Hi there. Is there a project you're working on?
Wow, that is incredibly quiet.
All right.
I will have to bump that up in post. Everyone just laugh.
Well, the thing is, even I'm probably much less versed in this kind of stuff than you guys because I'm really not very tech savvy, but even I know that is not fucking right.
It has fucking nothing to do with graphics. The only thing it gets you is faster load times, and that was one of the things that I did look up before we even went there, was just to see what the comparison was. And for PS3s, the load time difference between a hard disk and a solid state it was there, but it was marginal. So we walked out of there with, I think, fucking terabyte drives, I think. And then when the PS4 came out, before I even, well, no, I did use it before getting one, but within, less than a month of owning that thing, I did go out and pick up like a 2 terabyte drive for it.
Yep, I got the same one you did.
I should have did that, but now I'm just like, why even bother?
So apart from Sony jerking off the solid state drive, I really didn't. From what I gathered from the cliff notes of stuff I read, nothing stuck out to me for games that I was excited for.
There was one for me.
Spider-Man?
Well, yeah. I don't know. The Miles Morales thing is I'm just kind of like whatever because I don't really care that much about Miles.
What are you, racist?
But don't even get me fucking started. I mean, if he's like Spider-Verse Miles, that's fine because he had more of a personality. But either way, I'm sure it's going to be a fun game because it's just Spider-Man games are pretty fun, anyways. It's not. I never said I wasn't going to play it. I'm just like kind of was hoping that they would go more with. Well, I don't know. I'm still confused because I heard them saying it's a standalone, but it's an expansion.
That was actually something I was just about to bring up.
Yeah. So is it actually like the sequel, or what exactly is it?
I don't know. From a couple of the screenshots and like comparing what Miles looks like in this compared to what he looked like in the PS4 game, there are like some distinct visual differences that aren't graphics. Like it's a different model for his face and everything. So I'm thinking that it's a full game that actually focuses entirely on him, but that was something that I didn't quite get when they first revealed it.
I figure it's going to focus on him. I'm just wondering, like, is this supposed to be the sequel to the other game, or is this supposed to be kind of like a spin-off, or just like an in-between game, but like it's still a full game?
I'm guessing it's going to be like an actual sequel. The part that just had me initially confused was, are they just going to be re-releasing the PS4 game on PS5, and then the Miles thing is going to be, additional content to it, or is this a full game? That was kind of the part that I wasn't clear on, but the more I hear about it, it sounds more like it is a full game, and I would guess it's a sequel.
What I was hoping more, and we've seen only a little, but what I was hoping is it's still going to be, like Peter's there, and it was going to be more like he was going to be training Miles, and then how the first game liked to do those awful parts where you had to play as someone else who wasn't Spider-Man. They could do that, but have you switch between Peter and Miles and actually have him doing shit. Like, that would work. But I don't know. We'll see where that goes. And that's really more of a story thing than actual, game, I guess.
I never finished the first one. I enjoyed it, but then I just kind of fell off.
I played the fuck out of it.
But I didn't finish it. I don't think I even got to, like, I remember there was like 2 MJ parts. I only remember playing 1 Miles part. So like, did Miles ever actually do anything in the first one, or was it just him running around disaster areas?
He does. He kind of does a little bit. Nothing really all that super important. It's usually most stuff just kind of involved with him. Like I don't think he really moves the story or anything. Really, those parts felt so goddamn tacked on. Like his were slightly better than the MJ parts, but they were both still pretty stupid. Really, like I think Miles' best part was when he was like the Rhino was around and he had to like avoid him, but it was still pretty like it's one of those things where like the whole time you're playing it, you're just like, I really wish I was just fucking Spider-Man right now. Like I bought Spider-Man, I didn't buy fucking MJ snoops around a fucking boring ass place doing nothing serious. Like
I always wish I was fucking Spider-Man.
Dun, 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 dun.
The MJ part I remember wasn't like horrible. It just felt meh.
Well, they kept doing it. It was the problem, and I don't know. Like it didn't feel like you were doing much. It's just you kind of wandered around a room. Like it wasn't even like you were trying to solve these puzzles or anything. It was just like you'd pick up something and put it somewhere else, and then shit.
Yeah.
It felt really stupid. And there's like this part later on that was really stupid where like MJ was investigating some shit, and then Peter comes in and like saves her because he or at least it looks like she's in trouble or something. But basically, he saves her. Then she gets all fucking pissy that he came in and saved her, and it's like, dude, just like I don't know. MJ was really fucking stupid in that game.
I may or may not bother to finish it, but I'm sure
everything else was really fun about the game.
I'm sure Miles will be a decent game. I want Spider-Gwen game.
Just a Spider-Verse game would be pretty nice.
I want Spider-Gwen game, and I don't even really know that much about Spider-Gwen. I have not really read any of her comics. I just think she's cute, and her costume design is fucking good.
That's kind of really like the only thing people seem to care about is just her fucking costume.
Well, and I mean, like Gwen Stacy, like I don't read that many fucking. Yeah, everybody can fucking rail on me for that all they want, but like, was it Spectacular Spider-Man? Gwen was fantastic in that.
I found that the Spider-Man cartoons usually do those like characters a lot better than the comics do, but I honestly have not read much of the comics with Gwen in it.
Like if we could get a Spider-Gwen game with a Gwen Stacy that is like she was in Spectacular Spider-Man, like just that personality and that quality writing, fuck yeah.
It's not going to happen.
No, it won't.
But anyways, what I was going to say is there was one game that I was getting excited for, and it was not Spider-Man. It was the new Ratchet and Clank, because it actually has been a while since the last Ratchet and Clank. I mean, though it wasn't super in the last one since they like rebooted the series with the last one, or it was like they redid the first game basically. But this one's looking pretty cool.
I never really played any of the Ratchet and Clank games. Like I want to say I played a demo of one, and it seemed all right.
They tend to all play the same, so like you could really play one of them and kind of just be like you have an idea of how all of them work. And it looks like this one's going to be mostly the same. It's all about just kind of like the weapons and just kind of seeing what they do.
One thing that, I mean, they kind of showed it off a little bit better because they actually bothered to show an actual like gameplay segment and not just like super fucking scripted cutscene. Like, oh, this is just what happens at the beginning of the game kind of thing. The one thing that was kind of worrying me was that whole dimensional shift thing, which like looked really cool and really pretty, but at the same time, when they first show it happening and he's bouncing between like 6 or 7 different dimensions all within the span of less than a minute, I'm like, is this gonna happen that frequently in actual gameplay? Because I could see that getting real goddamn annoying.
I think it's probably more just going to be like, there'll probably be specific parts where it might happen rapid fire like that, but knowing how the games tend to play, it's not going to be like that the entire time.
Yeah, and they, like I said, they did kind of absolve that worry pretty quick when they showed like that more extended gameplay segment where it only happened like once or twice.
Yeah.
So that seemed all right. I might try it. I might finally play those games.
Yeah, I mean, the ones on PS3 are kind of the best ones. Mainly, Crack in Time is fucking great. But I was gonna say, have we ever talked about who voices Clank? I forget if I've ever talked to you about this because it's David Kaye.
Oh yeah, I was like, as soon as you said that, I'm like, oh shit, who does voice him? Because I did know that.
It's David Kaye. And the funny thing is apparently the laugh he does for Clank is him actually imitating the Scooby-Doo laugh, but just in his voice. And then
David Kaye's a guy.
I wish
does Christmas videos every year
as Megatron, yeah, or well, not Megatron every time, but I've seen the ones where he has been. But also I'm trying to remember the guy who voices Ratchet because he does a ton of shit too. God damn it.
To the internet.
I want to say like James Arnold Taylor, is it?
That name rings a bell.
Trying to think of other, like, because he does tons of shit.
Here we go. Ratchet is played by...
So I want to say he also voices Dean Venture.
James Arnold Taylor.
Yes.
Who also voices...
He was also Johnny Test, unfortunately.
Jesus Christ, he has a huge filmography.
I told you, he does a shit ton of stuff. He's the kind of person that makes me scared to do voice acting because he's Jesus Christ.
Hold on, I'm looking through this crap here. He's got a lot.
Check if he does Dean Venture. I feel like he does Dean Venture.
I think it'll be faster if I just look at Venture.
Yeah, right.
I know he was Leonardo in one of the.
Then yes, he would have been. I'm pretty sure he would have been then, because I do remember.
Who'd you say Dean Venture? It's Dean Venture, you said, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Nope.
Michael
Sinterniklaas. Yeah, Michael Sinterniklaas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I fucking read. Didn't Dean's voice actor change at one point though? I could be wrong.
If he did, they didn't credit it.
Oh, not sure then.
Doesn't look like it.
Huh. I guess not then.
Anywho.
Yeah. Oh wait, I gotta go back to.
I have so many interesting things to say about the PS5.
I watched the whole thing. There were not a ton of standouts, but I at least appreciated how many fucking games there were. Because compare that to the actual Series X reveal, that had fucking 6-7 games or something on it, and most of them didn't even show gameplay. This had fucking at least twice that, plenty of which showed gameplay clips. I don't care if it's bull shots or scripted stuff. The point is, you're still actually showing us something that demonstrates what your fucking game is like. So that was that was good.
I don't understand why this doesn't bother more people, because don't you want to see what the actual fucking game is? I'm not going to be sold on just fucking cutscenes.
Funny you mentioned that. Apparently Microsoft had to issue an apology for the Xbox One. Whatever the fuck that thing's called. They had to issue an apology for that reveal because they didn't...
Because they what?
Because they didn't show any gameplay. It was just all cutscenes and theatrics. So
I'm so glad they apologized. That doesn't fix anything, though.
But at least people are saying, "Wait a minute, how good it all?"
This is
the fucking Weeaboo Bandai Namco Animu shit game was one of the only fucking ones that showed gameplay, and that was the only trailer that we were like, okay, yeah, this looks cool. I like this. The rest of it, it's shit. But
yeah,
there were fucking GTA 5 on PS5 again. Great.
I saw.
Okay, where's GTA 6?
I saw the Gran Turismo thing, but I don't really care about Gran Turismo.
We're all predicting that Skyrim will make an appearance on it.
Of course.
Skyrim will be on it. Because they're porting GTA 5 to it, I can pretty much fucking guarantee you Red Dead 2 will be on it. And neither game is going to get any additional content. They're just going to milk the multiplayer all over again, and it's going to suck.
I've never been played Red Dead's online stuff.
Nope, never did either.
Well, the second one, I played a bit of the first one and I had a little fun with it, but
I touched it, and I'm like, okay, it's lacking in some content here, but I can see how this could be fun, but the netcode kind of sucks, and just the structure of it was kind of shit.
Yeah, you kind of have to make your own fun with it.
Well, that seemed like something that would have been great to do, too. Just, if all of us got together online and, robbing coaches and trains and shit and robbing banks, but, they didn't really set any of that stuff up initially, and by the time they added any of it in, from what I understand, it wasn't the way anybody wanted it. It was these really structured missions and not freeform. Obviously it's going to have to be something you initiate, because otherwise you're going to have servers where everybody's trying to rob the same fucking bank.
I know, that'd be pretty funny.
It just didn't seem like it was handled very well. What they released initially was boring as shit. I could see where fun could be had, but it was pretty threadbare. And by the time they really added any actual content to it, it just wasn't worth giving a fuck about anymore.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What else was on that reveal? They showed Ghostwire Tokyo. That one seems alright. I'm interested in it, but not gonna follow along and keep up with it. Probably once more trailers come out, I'll pay attention.
What was that one? I'm trying to remember. I kind of was floating in and out of the thing the whole time.
When the fuck was it? I want to say it was during the Game Awards that they first talked about it. And I think that was the one where they had that one Asian lady or something.
Okay.
Oh yeah, her.
And the internet fucking lost their shit over her. But
she was kind of adorable.
All she really did was just kind of describe, it's a horror game from.
Did she get fired?
Maybe that sounds familiar. I think she either got fired or she quit for some reason, like relating to personal reasons or something. I don't know, but I think it was. I want to say it was a Shinji Mikami game. That name sounds right. Like same guy who did Evil Within. I'm gonna fucking look this up then, because I want to say I'm right, but I could be wrong. Shinji Mikami. Wikipedia. Tell me all the things.
Tell me all the things that I want to hear, because it's true.
That's what I like about poo.
Oh no!
It's got weird.
It was evil. So he was the Evil Within guy. Does not mention Ghostwire Tokyo, but I want to say he was attached to it.
Fun game, by the way, Evil Within, if you haven't played it.
Never played it.
If you like Resident Evil 4, I would say you would like Evil Within.
Really?
That's made by the same guy.
Yeah. I remember seeing it, but I never really paid much attention to it when it came out.
Yes, I was right. It is. So Ghostwire Tokyo is Shinji Mikami's next.
Well, there you go.
Cool.
But yeah, they showed some clips of that. Looked pretty cool. Like it's a first-person game. And they said it's basically like action horror, so that could be interesting. Might be neat. Hitman 3 I was confused by, because wasn't there already like 5 or 6 Hitman games already?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to those games.
I think the latest Hitman is, I think it's just called Hitman.
Oh yeah, that trend.
Yeah, it's more, I'll say episodic. Damn,
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up on Steam now. I'm curious. Hitmans. Oh yeah, it's just called Hitman. And I have it ignored for some reason.
So yeah, there was a game called Stray, where you play as a cat in a world of robots.
Oh yeah, I saw people freaking out about that cat.
Okay, Tokyo Jungle.
Might be neat. There was Godfall. Nobody cares. Nobody likes Gearbox.
Nope.
Astro's Playroom, because everybody liked Astro. Little Devil Inside looked alright. Like a neat little indie thing. Kind of like almost seemed like a little bit of like Monster Hunter-y, Dark Souls-y kind of thing, but with weird little indie art style. That looked alright. Bug Snacks looked dumb. Didn't care. Resident Evil 8, which I haven't even played Resident Evil 7. I don't really care that much.
I'm kind of like over any new Resident Evil games. I just haven't really been in the series for a while.
Give me Leon. Bring back Leon.
It was kind of funny because, like, as the trailer was playing, I'm like, this must be Resident Evil 8. And then they showed some fucking werewolf-looking guy, and I'm like, oh, what? And then there was like some Victorian castle-looking thing, and I'm like, oh, wait, what? What the hell is this? And then they show the title, and it just says Village. I'm like, huh, wait a second. This is Resident Evil 8. And then the letters, like the VIL, like singled out, and then Resident Evil appeared, and I'm like, God damn it, I was right. Which apparently that's not even that impressive, because I guess there were leaks a couple months ago that Resident Evil 8 was going to be called Village, but I never saw any of those.
Dear Capcom, please never remake Resident Evil 4. It's perfect as it is. Don't touch it.
They're doing it.
Don't do it.
I'm pretty sure they're doing it.
Don't do it.
I'm pretty sure they're doing it.
Okay. I will accept a Resident Evil 4 remake if, and God help me for saying this, is if you follow EA's method for redoing Command & Conquer 1 and Red Alert, is that you just improve the graphics, improve the sound, improve everything else, but leave the game. Just leave it alone.
I swear to God, if they fuck up the inventory system,
let me be OCD about my briefcase, man.
I want to Tetris everything.
I want my grenades next to my golden chicken eggs. Don't take that away from me.
They're gonna fuck it up now that you talked about it. They're listening.
God damn it.
No, on the note of Command and Conquer, didn't they actually like bring back the original Westwood folks to handle that?
They brought in so when they dissolved Westwood Studios, those guys went and made their own studio called hold on, I can find this real quick. Since I have Command & Conquer wishlisted, I'm just trying to see if it's going to go on the summer sale for Steam. Oh, no, I can't find it. God, son of a monkey butt.
What have you fucking done?
Well, anyway, yes, after Westwood dissolved, they made their own studio, and then EA, when they wanted to remaster this, came to the studio and said, hey, you want to remaster your old games? And they're like, sure. Let's remaster it. And they did a fantastic job because, like I said, they improved the graphics, they upscaled everything. They didn't mess with the cutscenes at all. They just upscaled everything. So it's still got that crust, but it's a beautiful crust. And we got the original Kane actor back to do a couple marketing pieces for it. And from what I've seen, because like I said, I'm waiting for a Steam sale to see if it might go on sale, but $20 for the two games is really hard to pass up.
Yeah, that's
because it's Command & Conquer and then Command & Conquer Red Alert.
Okay.
And both upscaled to 4K, both have map editors, both have modernized UI. They have a bonus gallery now with and all that stuff. And 7 hours of remastered music. Oh yeah, they got the original guy who made the music to redo it, some of it. So
that was a fucking god tier soundtrack too.
So. Oh God, I can't believe it, but EA actually, they did a remake, remaster, however you want to do it, however you want to call it. They did it right. They didn't even touch. I don't think from what I've heard and what I've seen, they did not touch the AI at all. It's still terrible AI. The pathfinding.
So I can still just like steamroll the entire Nod campaign by building nothing but Nod bikes.
Yes. It came out. Petroglyph was the studio. But yeah, I mean that's all we want. I mean, now I do see that Red Alert 2 is most definitely going to get a remake, and if they just do the same thing again, just up the graphics, redo the music, make it nice and neat, keep the cutscenes, that crust that I've always remembered, keep the AI shit.
Here's the thing: do you think when they do Red Alert 2, because of course they're going
to, absolutely.
Do you think they're going to release it the same way, where it's going to be Red Alert 2 and Tiberian Sun, or do you think they are going to start getting money grubby and release them separate?
No, I don't think they're going to release Tiberian. I think Tiberian Sun is going to be separate. However, I think Red Alert 2 is going to be Red Alert 2 and then Red Alert 2 Yuri's Revenge, because those two are kind of together. So I think that's how that's going to roll out.
Well, like Yuri's Revenge was an expansion, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, and from what I understand, the re-release of the original 2, like that comes with all the expansion.
You're right.
Red Alert, like the first Red Alert had 2, didn't it? Like 2 expansions.
I honestly don't remember. It's been so long. I mean, they did this. I honestly could see them just saying, "Yeah, let's get Tiberian Sun and Red Alert 2 out there, all DLC included for whatever it is, $20, $30." I mean, I could see them upping it to say $30 for that one, just because Red Alert 2 is amazing.
Man, that just reminds me. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me as a kid, but like playing the original Red Alert and messing around with the map editor. I don't know why I found this so fun, but I did this multiple times where I would make a map where it's just these 2 small land masses up in like the top corner, or one in the top corner and then one in the bottom opposite corner.
Mm-hmm. I think I know where you're going.
I'd put this big, stupid long bridge between the 2, and then like immediately beginning of the game, I would just blow up the bridge and then sit there hurtling, just getting a bunch of I forget what the resource was in Red Alert.
Red Alert, it's just ore.
Yeah, just getting a shit ton of ore, building up a fuckload of submarines, and then going and destroying the other base because they were too stupid to do anything about it.
It's funny you mention that, because in Red Alert 2, there is a built-in map where it is you're on one side, the computer's on the other side. There is a bridge between you two. However, you can destroy the bridge, but you can go around the edge of the map because it's supposed to be a lake, but it's such a thin edge, and the computer's always too stupid to do anything with that edge. Oh, I love that map so much.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought that shit was so fun, but there would just be times of like, I feel like playing Command and Conquer right now, and then I would just play that stupid map and do that dumb shit over and over again. I'm like, haha, the AI is losing.
It's like the shit that me and Dan would do with like every RTS we played. We'd always just get some map editor, just make stupid maps like that.
Comp Stomp, they call those maps.
Like, well, we would just have fun because we'd put ourselves like on a team together against some computers, and we would just stack everything in our favor. Because like I remember specifically with StarCraft, he would do it where like the resources like the gas and the crystals and whatnot usually is much more finite, but he would make it so ours were pretty much endless. We would just have all these resources. We would do this thing in that one where we would use I forget the unit, but it could mind control enemy units, and we would start as them. It was one of the Protoss, and then you would go to the enemy base and steal like drones from the Terrans and the Zerg, and then basically we could build every fucking kind of unit, and we would just make these giant armies to the point where the game wouldn't let us make anything more because there was just too much shit on the screen.
Oh, and the other thing I do appreciate is that if you really enjoy the horrible graphics of what was Command and Conquer, you can switch between the old and the new graphics on the fly.
I love it when games do that with remakes. It's such a simple, just nice touch. Because didn't one of the Halo remakes do that?
Yep, Halo 2 did it.
Okay, yeah.
Which I was so excited for the Master Chief Collection on PC, and then I remembered 343's touching it. I have not bought the Master Chief Collection yet because they've been bungling every single step of the release of every game for it. Every game has bugs in it. I remember the recent one, I'm sure it's fixed by now, but when the Halo 2 came out, I don't know if you guys saw this, but there was a glitch in multiplayer where if you looked at the ground and shot your gun, any other player looking at the ground as well would get hit and die.
What the? I never heard of that.
What?
How? It sounds like I'm making it up.
Fucking how?
Hold on, I'll grab a YouTube video of it. It's just.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Like, I'm no experienced game developer, but I've dabbled, and I'm not understanding how that is even possible.
I'll find it here. Let's glitch. I think this probably. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. I will just copy the URL time because this guy talks too much. And I'm just going to paste it in this channel here. So go ahead, give this a watch, and be amazed at the ineptitude. Be amazed. Sell tickets to it if you want. It's amazing.
I'm turning the sound off immediately because I don't want to listen to this guy.
He doesn't. I picked the time where he doesn't. So, but yeah,
It's so weird.
that was a release. That was a AAA release.
Oh my god. This
I'm
is
sure-
why I was talking with a guy at work who is just obsessed with AAA titles, and I'm just like, they're not. Just because they're AAA doesn't mean they're good.
Nope. And just
I've fallen out of just getting every fucking AAA game that comes out these days.
like Last of Us 2. Hey, Druckmann, are you listening to this podcast? Because I'm sure you are, because you have an ego with that. I canceled my pre-order. I canceled my pre-order, you hack.
Canceled your pre-order?
Canceled it.
I just didn't care.
Yeah. Like
I'll watch it on YouTube.
Like I said, I don't have a problem with the twist of playing as Abby and killing Ellie. The thing where
Dave,
I don't fucking care.
you don't know the twist. That's not the full story, apparently. According to
whatever, Druckmann. We'll see when it comes out, and if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I don't fucking care. But if that if that twist is right and that none of that actually fucking happens and it's all just a setup for the third game, then fuck that. That's the same, like, obscenely stupid idea that just is like Assassin's Creed. Same fucking concept of just one really dumb idea that I don't like is turning me off of the entire story and just making me not care anymore.
But Dave, you'll be happy to know that the review on Last of Us 2 has been lifted, and Last of Us 2 has been getting 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
5s.
10 out of 10.
And 100s out of 100s. And of course, the coveted Andy Award.
Wait, what?
But has Famitsu given it a 40 out of 40?
Oh, that's a good question.
God, I fucking Famitsu reviews. What a joke.
Last of Us Part 2.
Have they even reviewed it?
It looks like they have. Yeah, translation. Looks like they have. Oh, my just long.
Jesus, your mouse.
I know, it's awesome. I do not see a score yet. You know, I bet it's easier if I just look it up. Oh god.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't give it a 40 out of 40 anyway, because it's a Western game.
Metascore is at 96 out of 89 critic reviews. That's how you just know this game is not good. Let's see. IGN Japan gave it a 70. I think
like
that's probably the lowest one.
I'll say this. Here's the thing. If that twist does end up not being true, then I might give it a try.
Famitsu is not given a score yet.
If that twist does not end up being real, then I might give it a try. If it is real, then I don't fucking care because that's the dumbest fucking twist on the face of the planet.
I just kind of don't care either way.
Oh, don't worry. Kotaku, Polygon have not given their scores yet. Spoiler alert, it's probably going to be 10 out of 10 because Kotaku.
So back on the topic of remasters, because fuck
remasters.
Back on that idea of like being able to just switch graphics on the fly. I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed that Xenoblade Definitive Edition didn't do that. Like, the graphics do look a shit ton better in the new, like, style, but you still kind of a little bit miss the original, like, painterly quality that the old models had. So it would have been nice to be able to switch back and forth between them.
Oh, that might cause the Switch to blow up. Because I think in order to do that kind of stuff, they have to basically be running two versions of the same game at the same time.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
I know Halo 2 they had to do it. Maybe it's because of the architecture. But Halo 2 they had to do it that way. Where
and that makes perfect sense, because how the fuck else could it do that just instantly like that? That there's got to be a lot more going on with that in order to make that happen. So I'm not too surprised. It's a little disappointing, but not at all like a deal breaker.
Why are you making me look at this?
What the fuck, Roger?
I'm just surfing thumbnail. Just surfing V, and this was in the catalog. And all right, sure.
Jesus Christ.
Where is that? I'm on V as well. What the fuck, man?
Jesus Christ. But yeah, Xenoblade Definitive Edition. Good stuff. Play that shit. Other remasters.
Starting to play it.
Other remasters. Demon Souls remaster was shown off.
Oh, yeah, forgot about that.
I'm
whatever.
I'm torn because I do have very fond memories of Demon Souls because it was the first Souls game. Like, I guess a little bit technically not, because I think Demon Souls was actually like a successor to the Kingsfield games or something like that. But
wait, really? The fuck? I didn't know this.
Yeah, like it was supposed to be like a spiritual successor to those games, as I understand it. But it was the first one of the Souls series that I played, and
yeah,
like I had a fucking ton of fun with it. Like, otherwise I never would have cared about Dark Souls.
Yeah.
And like it has these really bizarre qualities to it. Like, they're unrefined and unpolished, but at the same time it gives it its charm. It gives it its soul. if you will.
Shut up.
But yeah, it was just a really fucking bizarre trip of a game because it handled everything in just these really weird, obscure ways that don't make sense in theory, but then in practice, it's like, oh yeah, I get it. Like the fucking weird ass, poorly explained world tendency system, the fact that like certain NPCs will show up and kill the other NPCs in the hub world. There's just some really weird qualities to it that made it really, really charming. And
yeah, I have a certain fondness for it. Like, maybe because it's kind of older at this point, but there is something also about the world of that one that I just really liked.
And like the remaster, I'm sure will play fine, but I'm not on board with like the straight up design changes that they're making to everything. Like the Flame Lurker design, it looks like it's a just generic ass fucking, what was it, Diablo enemy or something.
I actually have not seen much of it yet as far as these redesigns. I pretty much only know that this is happening. I haven't actually looked at anything of the remake or whatever.
Let's see here. Let's check the catalog here. I'm sure there's a thread going right now where someone has a picture of it.
Well, I'm looking on V right now for some of these threads, but no one's really posting anything.
But yeah, like if you look at the original Flame Lurker design, it's really fucking weird. Like he has what I can only describe as like a bone eye patch, and his face is more shaped like a top of a skull. And then the remaster, they just straight up changed it completely. Like now it looks like some weird ass Diablo enemy, has both of his eyes, has a almost like bestial looking face and like flaming fur or something. It's really fucking weird, and I don't understand why they did that.
I just remember just hating the Flame Lurker. I remember having so much problems with him.
The secret is sticky white stuff.
God damn it.
That was legitimately the best way to beat him, though, was magic. And if you weren't playing a magic build, sticky white stuff.
Never played a magic build in those. Well,
I didn't either.
I did Pyromancy in Dark Souls.
My favorite build in Demon Souls was this like half-naked barbarian looking guy where I just ran around dual wielding it was called the Crushing Axe, or it was like Crushing Great Axe or something like that.
Oh yeah, I know.
It was a single-handed weapon, and I spec'd it into the crushing category where it just had like dumb amounts of attack value and whatnot, and I dual wielded those. So I didn't bother blocking much of anything. And like going around invading people with that build was so much fun because it was unga as fuck. Like
unga as bunga.
I spec'd everything into basically attack, like whatever I think it was just called strength, like whatever that stat was, and then stamina. So I would have a shit ton of stamina, and I would just run at people with these two crushing axes and just swing. Not even not bothering to roll, just keep fucking swinging. And they try to put up their guard and defend. Well, I have a fuckload of stamina, and these things chew through their stamina bar like it was butter. So I would just break their guard constantly. It was so much fucking fun. Don't think, just hit.
That tends to be how I play. I rarely go with anything other than just like focusing on attack and stamina.
Yeah, I've been meaning to play through Bloodborne again and actually try some of the more, I guess it's not really magic in that one. Maybe it's called magic, I don't remember, but
I don't remember
just
either.
like some of the more weird, like unconventional builds, like builds that focus on the like 3 or 4 decent spells in the game, and builds that focus around mostly firearms instead of your trick weapon.
Yeah.
I always wanted to try one of those builds, but I didn't. I ran through that game with the sword. I loved it.
I forget what I even fucking used in that.
But yeah, I'm conflicted on how I feel about that remaster for Demon Souls.
I just watched the trailer. It looks whatever.
Like
fuck.
It looks pretty, but
yeah,
I don't think the design changes really should have been done. They also changed the architecture to fucking everything. Like now it's all Gothic, when before it was more like Baroque. So I don't get that.
I hate to interrupt, but I got sidetracked because I was gonna buy some WD-40 from Amazon, and I came across this picture.
Guy and some WD-40.
I came across this picture for 3-in-1 pneumatic oil lube. Oh,
what the fuck?
What?
What is happening here?
Why is she so happy?
Because he's gonna fix her.
I will. This will be part of the pot for the people who are brave enough and watch it on YouTube. Will see this picture, but you audio listeners get shafted. Give this.
Let's just take their faces and put them on.
Joy's being nailed. Perfect.
No, just slap their faces on that DBZ picture.
Oh God. Perfection.
Cue that Magneto picture.
Excuse me while I save this. Let's see. Goku meets Broly.
Is that Broly?
That is Broly.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that like DBZ Super Broly or something?
Yeah.
Oh, Christ almighty. Video games.
Fuck video games.
Video games.
That was the only other like huge thing I remember from that reveal was Horizon 2, which
Don't care.
Like
Horizon. I'm gonna say it. Andy, brace yourself. Dave, grab your nuts. I thought the first Horizon Zero Dawn was mediocre and average.
I never played it. It was another game I just did not really care about.
I was very bored playing it.
I can't remember if I bought it or got it from like the free game of the month thing, or if it's even on my system at all. I honestly don't remember. I remember wanting to like give it a try because I mean, let's face it, giant robot dinosaurs and shit is inherently cool, and I do want to try that, but I could easily see how it could just be, fairly mediocre, average open world game. Like, not bad, but also not really that impressive. So, yeah.
It draws you in at first, but then, as you said, Dave, the open world tedium sets in real quick.
I'm just kind of sick of open world stuff.
I mean, looking at the Horizon 2 trailer, I'm like, yeah, that probably looks like it's just as good as the first one, for better or worse. But I haven't played the first one, so I'm not invested enough in it to care. And then I think that was mostly it.
But Dave, you forgot the biggest game reveal of them. It's
Goodbye
that
Volcano High. Yeah.
Son of a bitch! You took the words right out of my mouth. You knew
life is strange for Scalies.
Is it just Scalies or is it furries?
I think it was all Scalies, and honestly, what's really unsettling about it isn't just that they're all anthropomorphic animals, because everybody's often way too quick to just call something furry because anthropomorphic animals, but like this art style, it's bad.
I really just hate the faces.
Like, some of them are okay, but only because they're not giving them like tall human shaped heads with dragon snouts. Like, the ones that actually have dragon shaped heads don't look creepy and awkward, but it's all just like jumping head first into fucking Uncanny Valley, and it's so gross. So, not a fan.
Yeah,
not a fan. Not excited. Don't care. It's life is strange for Scalies.
I would agree. It just, I don't know. I was just really confused when I saw it. Just like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Like, we're really doing this? People are okay with this?
Like, I don't even just want to shit on what looks like an indie studio for being an indie studio, because I'm sure they're trying, but good lord, fix your art style, please. For the love of God. I don't even want to play this game just because of what it, like, the gameplay itself isn't going to be that interesting to me. But fix your fucking art style. That is objectively horrible.
The more I look at, like, whatever this fucking white creature is supposed to be, it looks like a goddamn dolphin. It doesn't look like a lizard, it looks like a fucking dolphin.
Imagine that screaming through the air at you.
Oh god. And there's dolphin.
Pterodactyl porn.
Okay, good. I'm not the only one. Someone's posting stuff from the South Park episode where Kyle's dad gets fucking plastic surgery so he can be
Oh god.
Let me just
Getting Comfy podcast where we scroll through V with live commentary.
there.
There we go.
That's what it looks like.
See, this is good because now I can come back into the
Just
podcast
more
channel here and
More thumbnail fodder. Oh,
I got
yeah, I gotta get to work on that then. Ooh.
You want to do the thumbnail this one?
I could give it a try.
All right, I'll let you do the thumbnail this time.
God, it's so gross.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to start wrapping up here because the lad will need his training soon.
I mean, you weren't training while doing this?
He rests. But
You're just incapable of multitasking.
Well, I'd have him down here with me, but like I said yesterday, he has discovered that he can scream. So now he just screams constantly.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. I'm so glad you had a kid.
Yeah, I know, right? So, Dave, for our first podcast, I think you proposed a question to end everything. I proposed the last question. So, Andy, I think you should propose our outro question.
You can't put me on the spot. I don't have anything prepared.
I have.
Fine, I got one.
Listen, I have one.
Andy, pick who does it.
Damn it! Don't put me on the spot. Well, since Roger put me on a spot, then Roger.
Thanks. All right, Dave, you'll get next week. So this one I'm lifting from a video I saw from Beefy Smash Dudes, but he proposed a very good statement, which I'm going to turn into a question. Since we haven't talked about Smash in a couple weeks here, it's time to bring up Smash. What is the one character that you like to play as, that you also like to watch being played, and the one that you also like to watch, or the one that you like to fight against? The one character. So the one character you like to play as, you like watch being played, and the one you like to fight against.
The first two parts of that were easy, and then then you had to throw that wrench in there, huh?
I'll kick us off here. For my answer for this, I enjoy Ganondorf. I like to play as him. I like to watch people play as Ganondorf, and he is a fun character to fight against.
God, that's a tough one because I can think of characters that fit two of those categories, but not all three.
See, it's a tricky one.
Most of my mains are really like Yoshi's out because I fucking hate fighting Yoshis.
See, I only like fighting Yoshis is because you play as Yoshi, so I know how to handle.
Yeah, I'm the same way there.
I don't mean to inflate your ego, Dave. No one can play Yoshi as decent as you can.
And I mean, I haven't played against too many Yoshis as not Yoshi because, I've only really fairly recently been expanding my mains roster because now I've got Game & Watch and Wii Fit Trainer in there. But since doing that, I haven't really fought Yoshis aside from Nick's Yoshi with I don't know. Most of the time it was fighting Yoshis with Yoshi, and that's a pain in the ass. Fighting him with other characters isn't so bad, but Yoshi versus Yoshi is not a matchup I like.
I think I know who. It would have to be DK. He's the one guy I can think of that I like to play as and also like to fight and watch other people play as him.
All right, Dave.
See,
I gave you guys a thinker this time.
Well, that's because like I'm trying to go through like the whole head. I feel like there's someone like I'm forgetting, but I mean, because I think of a few. Because even like Incineroar, I could probably say the same. Like I like fighting him. I like seeing people play as him, but I don't know if I like him, but I wouldn't really put him on the top tier there.
See, I was gonna say Joker, but then I thought about it, like, no, I really hate fighting against Joker players.
I feel the same too.
I don't know if I could say Wii Fit trainer because the only Wii Fit trainer I've fought is yours and Pat's, and it's been a long ass fucking time since I've fought Pat, so I don't know if he's gotten any better. And your Wii Fit trainer ain't great.
Nope, I'm kind of learning her because I've seen
mine ain't even that great.
I've seen how retarded that soccer ball can be, and I'm like, I want to get.
I guess I will say Game & Watch because it can. I mean, probably most of that just goes to my little pseudo rivalry with Jake. But like, Game & Watch is fun to fight against, but not so much in that it's actually fun. It's more like it can be frustrating as fuck, but it's more just trying to figure out, okay, how do I work around this retarded nonsense that this character can do? Like, it's fun in that it pushes you in ways that you're not used to, so it kind of it forces you to expand your dong.
But I'm sure we all can agree that we like to play as Hero and watch Hero and fight against Hero.
And we can all agree that no one likes Corrin.
Yep.
God, I hate Corrin. If I could strike one character, only one from the entire roster, I would hands down, not even hesitate, Corrin. Gone. Get it out.
I would probably agree there.
I think that's a fine note to end on, gentlemen. Fuck Corrin.
Fuck Corrin. Put on some goddamn shoes.
Hello, my name is Andy, and I like to suck cock.
Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
Hello, my name is Andy, and I like to suck cock.
Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
Hello, my name is Andy, and I like to suck cock.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Over. Roger. Uh-oh. Copy. Uh-oh.
Hello, my name is Andy, and I like to suck cock. Hello, my name is Andy, and I like to suck cock.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hello, my name is Andy, and I like to suck cock. Hello, my name is Andy, and I like to suck cock.